Hey guys, do you want to make a Tycoon system? We can claim a plot, and then you can buy a wall. Well, I'm going to show you. Alright, so we are back with the second episode of the Tycoon series. And this time around, we will be creating the claim plot system and make it so you can buy a wall. Okay, this is setting us up for next episode where we're gonna make even more buyable items. Okay, so how about we just dive straight in and let's get started. Okay, so let's go back to Gem Tycoon YouTube series. This is what I called it. Of course, you have your own Tycoon, but yeah. So we're gonna click this, open it up here. Alright, so we are here, and yeah, so we have a claim pop button here. Okay, we have this, and yeah, okay, and obviously we need to set up some things so we could do our wall buying and claim plotting. Okay, I don't even think those are words, but I'm hoping you understood that we're gonna claim this and then you can buy a wall. Okay, so first thing first, I want to fix something because I've realized these particles, right, they are a little broken. And what I mean by that is that basically they can, when you move it, right, you know how it takes so long to go over there? Yeah, basically that's an issue, and I found a way to fix it. So I don't know why there's that on there. That was not there before, but I'm gonna ignore that. We're gonna double click on our Niagara system, okay? And once we're here, we're gonna click on this, and right here where it says emitter, there's local space. There we go, we turn that on, okay? So now we can compile it, we can save it here, and there we go. So let's exit this, and now we should be good to go. If we move this, it moves with it perfectly. There we go. So, how about we make our wall now? To actually begin this wall, because my progress just got reset a little bit and I cut part of the video. What we're actually gonna do is go to modeling, okay? Press the cube and we're gonna just line it up good. And then here's where we can edit what we want to edit. So let's just increase the width a little bit. And it seems like, oh wait, it doesn't seem to actually want to go more than what exactly we want. And in that case, usually, okay, what we can do is just go here and we could just increase ourselves. So instead of like 1000, which seems to be like about, let's say, like 1/3 kind of, a little bit, or 3/5, or actually no, 1/5 or whatever. I don't it doesn't really matter, but what we're gonna do is let's just do like 3000 maybe, and maybe you'll get a good number to do it. So let's check if that lines up good. And this side is a little big, so what we can do now is just do like 2750. Right? And yes, we're gonna have to do this every time we want to make a new wall, but that's okay. Okay, it might be a little annoying, but it gets the job done, and maybe and possibly at the end you might have a successful game. So you know, it's whatever. So boom. Okay, you know what? That doesn't seem to be enough. So maybe do 700. Yeah, that's about where I want it. I'm gonna make this a little bit more down. Copy paste this, or can I do that? Can I copy paste this? Copy paste. Can I copy and paste it? Or can I make a new material? Oh, I could just make a new one. Okay, well, I thought I couldn't. Or did it just create that? See, this is where it's getting a little annoying. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go back to create and just do another side, okay, for now. And we're just gonna go here, go right here, push it, good, right there. Yeah, that's good, okay-ish actually. And now we'll just press OK on this side, and I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side here. Instead, just rotate it 90 degrees and push it backwards like that. I'm gonna increase the width a little bit, so we're gonna do by 50. And yeah, I think that's good. Okay, no, not 50. I guess we're gonna do maybe 80. Yep, that seems good. So now we can go back to create, select this again, put it here. Okay. turn it around 90 degrees again, just like this. And then we could just shrink it down to whatever we want. Of course, I'm gonna do 1,000 this time, and I'm just gonna move it like right there. So let's check out if that's good. It doesn't seem to be at the right height, so we're gonna lower it to be at the perfect height we want. And then we're gonna do create again, and we're gonna put it on this side as well. Again, 90 degrees for this. And then we're just gonna move it here, just like here, and just like this, okay? And there we go, okay? So there's our door, where our door would be. And then we can accept it, and there we go. We have box 1 and whatever. So now we have all of these, okay? And now I believe we can go into, hopefully we can merge these. So there should be something. Select converted meshes. No. So let's go to voxel, and maybe we could do voxel merge. Accept, and there we go. It merged. Basically, I'm guessing what happened here is it merged all those triangles, because in UEFN the objects are made up of triangles. Okay, so yeah. So there we go. We got our little box here, and it looks not great, okay? And we can obviously do some things to make it look a little better, of course. Actually, wait, I'm gonna push this kind of like this way a little bit. And yeah. And now what I'm gonna do, okay, is since this is a Fortnite static mesh, what I'm gonna do, okay, is go here, right click, blueprint class, okay, and select a building prop, okay, and then just make a name for it. I called it wall 1 blueprint. We're gonna open it up, and over here it's gonna open this up here, and it's gonna say static mesh, and then you can just click here and find your mesh. So let's see if we can find it, and it's right there, voxel merged. We're gonna click that. There we go, okay, and yeah, so, and also this world grid material, I don't really like it, so we can go here, and it says we need a texture data instead, okay, and that's a little annoying, okay. We're getting, let me just compile this. We're getting texture data, okay, and to do this, alright, it's gonna be a little annoying, but I believe all we gotta do, okay, let me just get out of that. Before we do that, let me just move this blueprint class. I'm gonna move it into meshes, move here, and then I'm gonna go into materials and right click here, and what we're gonna do, okay, is we are gonna go right click here, and we're gonna go to miscellaneous, and we're gonna go to data asset, and then from here we can select building texture data, I believe, and we can just select it, and I'm gonna just call this white color for wall, because I'm gonna make my color for these white. And then here we could just go to override material, and I'm just gonna search up white, see what pops up. I'm gonna use flat, okay, and there we go. So now we can just save this by pressing this, and then we can go back to wall 1 blueprint, and we can select this data asset, and there we go. We got it here, boom, just like that. Okay, so we have this built out, right? And yeah, so what we're gonna do now, okay, is we can actually, I believe, delete this, and if we go back to wall blueprint, it's still here, of course. So now I believe we can just exit out of it, and then we could go to all and back to our content folder, go into meshes, and there it is, our blueprint. And now if you just drag this out, it's just our wall again, but the edited version, whereas all the changes we just made to it. So yeah. As well, if you have any suggestion with updating these walls, I would like that a lot, because these walls are kind of, I would say, iffy right now. They're not the best, they're okay walls. But please, if you have a suggestion, please leave it down, and I will definitely look at it, and I will make changes, okay? Alright, so we got these walls here, and we gotta keep in mind, actually, do we need to keep in mind this? I don't think we do. We'll use that later. But yeah, so we have it at this location. So what we're gonna do, okay, is actually let's think about this here before we do that. How about we get this to be this Z location to be 0? And the thing is, if it's at 0, it's like that. So how about we leave it at like let's do 19.8. You know what? I'm gonna leave it at 19.8 personally. Or yeah, well, I'm gonna leave it at 19.8 for now. Okay. There we go. So once we got that done, right? We're kind of done with that. Okay, now how about let's just quickly put in our script. So let's go to Verse Explorer. Let's right click here, add new verse file to project, and let's just call this Tycoon device 1. Tycoon 1 device, okay? And let's just create empty actually. Let's save all this. Yep. As normal, we're gonna save all of it. Double click this file, of course. Alright, once that's done, okay, please copy the script from the comment section where there is a link to these scripts, actually all these scripts and most of these videos. So just get that, paste it in, and now it's time to explain some of the stuff, and then we can move on to actually finishing it. Okay, so here first what we have is a text message, a message type, a variable, which is just to store the agent's name or print it. Okay, this owner agent here is a optional one. Okay, and this is just to check if the agent isn't there in the Tycoon, and if they are, then this variable will be set to the owner agent. So we could basically use the agent from anywhere within the script. And then here we just have buyable items, which is a creative prop array, which we can add more creative props to it for buyable items. And yeah, so then we have Tycoon trigger own, which is obvious. It's this trigger right here. Okay, and actually I just realized something. I kind of want to move that VFX just like that, but yeah, that's that trigger right there. And then offset for button down floor. This is what I was talking about. So this is configurable to whatever you really want, okay? Because what happens at the start of the game, of course, you're gonna be like, wait, this is gonna be visible. So what am I gonna do? So basically what this does in the script is once you add like any object to a buyable item, what'll happen is it will send it downward to a specific location. And then what it will do is add, it will plus it, okay? It will add a certain offset right here. And basically it will allow this, basically this wall to come back up, okay? That's basically in a nutshell what that's supposed to do. Okay, and then wall 1 here is just of course that created prop, which isn't exactly, actually, let's see here. I just want to make sure if that's even needed, and it seems like it is needed. Okay, so that's fine, but we do still need this buyable items array. Alright, and this is obviously wall 1, as you can tell by the name, is the first wall. Alright, it's the first wall you can buy. And then this next one is the wall 1 trigger, which we will make shortly after this, where you can actually step on another trigger and buy the wall. Okay, and then on begin, this is where we just ascribe to some events with the triggered event. And then here we have a for loop going through all the buyable items and sending them to a specific Z location, as I explained earlier. And here, build 1 wall. Here is where we just basically allow the wall to be brought back up by adding to the offset, okay? And yes, we can change these values if we need to, and if you're encountering any issues, please let me know in the comments. And if there is an issue, then I think I know a solution, but it will require things to be a little bit more annoying, okay? But yeah. Here is where we spawn build wall weight, and what this does is it moves it smoothly to the new location that we create here by adding to the offset, by adding to our old location with the offset. And then here in this build weight, of course, we just sleep and enable the trigger, because you could actually trigger the trigger multiple times when you step on it. Okay, and then all it does is here, it makes sure the button goes under the ground, okay, with that offset, but instead it subtracts. And in Claim Tycoon, this is what happens. We check if the agent, the owner, is false, which means there is no owner. Then we just create an agent from that triggered event with buying or claiming that Tycoon. And then we just disable it. Okay, the trigger again, because you can step on it multiple times. And then we set the owner agent variable to the agent so we can store it for later. And then here we do basically the same thing. We just, here instead what we do is we put the claim trigger, okay, this one right here. We bring it downward, okay? And then we bring the other trigger, which is to by the wall, it goes back up, and then we just have a spawn here which just allows the trigger to enable after a certain amount of time, basically after it has already teleported under the ground. And that's basically it in a nutshell. There's not much more needing to explain with that script than that, really. So then all we need to do, we could just save all, and then we could also build verse code, really. And now if we go to all and into our content folder, we should have something called Tycoon 1 device, and we can just drag that out. And you're gonna see some things, and first thing we're gonna do is go to buyable items, add to it, and we're gonna select wall 1 blueprint, select that, and then we have Tycoon trigger own, which is this button right here, which is called button 4. So we could just do button 4, okay? And we're gonna keep the offset the same for now. You can change this however you want, and this should be changed based on the results you get, okay? Wall 1 is, of course, that wall 1 blueprint. Wall 1 trigger, we haven't created yet. So how will we do it? So let's just copy, paste this, move it here, okay? And obviously it's not gonna bring that VFX effect. First thing I want to do actually is shrink this down a little bit, okay? And then what I want to do is actually take that VFX. So I'm gonna copy, and I'm gonna go here and then paste it here. Okay, it seemed like it put it in a weird place, so we're gonna take that and then put it into this button here. And then we're gonna actually go here, and we can actually move our effect here, okay? Move it here. And again, with the last video, we made a pixeler image, and pixeler using that website, we made an image for this claim plot, and you can go back to the last video to see how we make that. So I already have one, so what I'm gonna do, okay, is I'm gonna go to materials, I'm gonna import my image for it. So we're gonna go downloads, and I'm gonna just go here and import that in, okay? And then once you do that, what we can do is go here, right click it, and we can create a material with it, and we're gonna call this buy wall free. And actually you could call it whatever you really want. I'm gonna just call it that. And then what I'm also gonna do is go here where it says opaque, we're gonna use translucent. And then what we're gonna do is go to the, I believe, let me just make sure, let me go back to my old material. We're gonna drag that A to opacity, okay? And then we can apply it, and there we go. So now we get that one right there. And let me just make sure if there's any other changes we need to do with this. I don't think there is. So yeah, in that case, then what we can do is we could duplicate this Niagara system, and we could call it buy free wall text VFX. We're gonna go into it, okay, and we're gonna click this, and we're gonna go here to this material and replace it with buy wall free, and we're gonna compile it and save it, okay, and then get out of here, okay. So now we can click on our VFX particle, and we could select our buy wall free, and obviously it's a little smaller. this button actually should be a little smaller. So I'm gonna shrink that down, and this claim plot text will be like right here. Just center it in the middle of the button. Yeah, and that's good. Seems a bit high though, so I'm just gonna bring that down, and there we go. And I'm gonna name this button by wall free. Obviously it doesn't exactly matter. Okay, I'm just gonna name it to keep it a little organized. And there we go. So now we can go back to our device, and we can actually put that by wall free button onto that device. Okay, so now that we got that done, I just want to check inside of this, that trigger, is it just the same size as this, or what is it? Oh yeah, okay, it's small. So what I want to do also, I just realized, is go to the mesh inside of it, where the one, it has a child of a particle, and I want to go to the static mesh, and I'm going to click it. And what I'm going to do is to choose my button, okay? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to shrink down it a little bit so you just can't see it. Same for this one. We're going to go to the mesh, change that static mesh to the button, and then we're going to shrink it down a little bit. What this allows us to do, okay, is make it so our trigger is basically the same, has the same collision as this button when we step on it, which allows it to be much better and easier for the player to click on these buttons. So we got that done. So let's just save all of our changes, and let's launch our session, and hopefully it works. So I'll see you when this is done. Alright, so we are in, and I'm just gonna go here, and I'm gonna start the game, and it should work. So if I go here, alright, so there's one interesting thing that's happening, is that this VFX is just gone, which is very weird. And as well, this by wall free is not disappeared, okay, which is very weird. Okay, one thing I want to do, okay, let's just check here. Let me just make sure this is in the right settings, because yeah, okay, no, so it should be okay. But hold up, why is this okay? That's weird. That is not an issue I had. So let's see, is it for all of them, or is it just these? Because it's just, yeah, all these VFX are just gone for some reason, which is very weird. Did I mess something up in this? There's, these are good, but this, I don't understand what happened with this, because this is all good. This has been good. It was working perfectly before. And it shows up here, so that might just be an issue with UEFN, I guess, for right now. But also, let's see what's happening here, because by wall free, yeah, it's a button, and that's what I named this, and it should be sending it down, and it does it for the wall, which is good, but it doesn't do it with this. Or it might be is, let's check the script again. I'm just gonna go in VS Code real quick and go up here. Let's see. Okay, I think it's because the button actually never goes down, honestly. So let's just see the Y of this. Yeah, 19.7, 19.765. Okay, so that's good. Just the issue, okay, with that is that it never goes down. So what we're gonna put this at is actually, let's put it at this number here. Where is it? Yeah, negative 245.2. We're gonna send that button down there. Okay, and there we go. And we don't even need to update that. So now we can, okay, I don't know what just happened. Oh, whoa, what the heck? Oh, whoa. Okay, my internet is being very laggy right now. Technical difficulties. Can I start the game? Okay, I can start it. Alright, so, but that other issue with the text not appearing up there is not exactly supposed to happen, only because we see it's right there, it's visible. And nothing affects this VFX. So that might just be UEFN being a little buggy. Okay, so I'm gonna step on, okay. I'm gonna step onto this button. Okay, well, I can't even step on it. I'll be back after these technical difficulties are done with playing with me. Alright, it seems like the issues are finally over. So I'm gonna just start this game again. Let's see. So if I go over here, I should be able to click on this. Oh, yep, it clicked. Okay, yep. Now there's buy wall right here. So I can click on this. And yep, there we go. The wall appears up. I'm gonna try to see what the issues are with the VFX not appearing, so I'm gonna end the game. And I'm gonna go to UEFN, but I'm not sure if it's a UEFN bug or me, because as we see, it's enabled always and all that, so it should be working. I'm gonna just quickly try exiting the session and going back in, so I'll tell you if that works, but if it doesn't, then, well, then it just has to be some UEFN bug, or if I find out, then I will check up with you guys next episode. Alright guys, so it seems like a little reboot fixed the issue, so if you start the game, it should be working perfectly, okay? Yep, so if we go here, we jump onto this, boom, we touch that, and boom, there we go, we can buy the wall, and now we can press this, boom, and now the wall is rising up from the floor, and there we go. So I hope you guys liked this tutorial, and Gloomcraft is about inspiration and learning, so I hope you learned a lot from this, and I can't wait to see you guys next time in the next UEFN tutorial. So have a good day, bye.